Practice Perfect has partnered with Coviu Global to provide clinics with an elevated telehealth experience. In version R605 and above, users can integrate their Coviu account with Practice Perfect to send links to join teletherapy appointments, and launch teletherapy appointments from within Practice Perfect. To begin, we'll be looking at some of the general setup involved. Start by ensuring that you have access to your Coviu account. Upon logging in, you will need to grab a few links, depending on whether you'll be directing patients to the therapist meeting room or the virtual waiting room. 1. If you are on the Essentials plan, you will need the user room link. There is one link for each therapist on your team with a Coviu account. 2. If you are on the Standard plan, Coviu recommends using the link for the virtual waiting room. If so, you may use this link for each of the therapists on your team who will be providing teletherapy, as well as the link to the provider side of the waiting area, which can be found here in the address bar of the waiting area section. Now we will take these links and enter them into Practice Perfect. They must be entered into the provider's profile. Select Housekeeping, Contacts, Providers. Take note of the Patient Virtual Link field and the Provider Virtual Link field. If you are on the Essentials plan, copy the user room link from Coviu and enter it in both the Patient Virtual Link field and the Provider Virtual Link field. If you are on the Standard plan and using the waiting area, enter the waiting area link in the Patient Virtual Link field. Then go to the waiting area in Coviu and grab this link from the address bar. This will be entered in the Provider Virtual Link field here. The provider will then be able to launch the meeting through Practice Perfect by using these links, discussed later in this video. You're able to send clients the link to join your teletherapy sessions via email in Practice Perfect. To set this up, select Settings, Customize Email Appointment/Invoice Notification. Take note of the Include Virtual Appointment link option at the bottom of the panel. By checking this off, your email appointment notifications for appointments that are marked as teletherapy will also include the patient virtual meeting link of the provider with whom their appointment is scheduled. They may launch their meeting at the scheduled time by simply clicking the link. If you're using the Wired Client, our automated texting service, you're able to include links to your virtual appointments in your appointment reminders as well. In each staff member's profile, there's a field called URL. You may enter the link to either your therapist meeting room or your clinic's waiting room here. Then you'll want to head over to the message templates. We have a token called Next Appointment Staff URL, which can be automatically populated with the meeting room link of the therapist with whom the patient is scheduled. Then create a new event for your message template. Take note of the option here, Enable Virtual Appointment Only. This means that this event will only be triggered for appointments that are marked as telehealth in Practice Perfect. Scheduling telehealth appointments in Practice Perfect is virtually the same as scheduling an in-person appointment. There is no direct link between the Practice Perfect scheduler and the Coviu scheduler, making for a much simpler integration. In our example, we've chosen a separate appointment color to indicate that this is a telehealth appointment. You may also mark the appointment as telehealth. This ensures that any email appointment notifications sent for this appointment will include the patient virtual link, and any events in Wired Client that are marked virtual appointment only will be triggered for this appointment. The therapist may launch the meeting by simply right-clicking the appointment and selecting Launch Teletherapy. Upon doing so, your default web browser will open and begin loading the URL entered in the Provider Virtual Link field of their provider profile. They may log in if they have not already and begin the meeting. We hope you found this video helpful. To learn more about Coviu's telehealth platform, including their free trial, visit www.coviu.com.